Hi everybody, my name is Jeremy Bedford. I'm the owner of Bay Area Bedbug, and today we're going to talk about the 4 common misconceptions about bedbugs and their control. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, people always tell me when they call in and say, hey, I found out I have bedbugs, they say, I'm not dirty. I swear I'm not dirty. And I believe them. Bedbugs don't care if you're dirty. I can tell you this, they care about 2 things. Very simple. They care about where they can hide and where they can feed. That's it. Nothing else. A bedbug does not care if you're the cleanest person in the world or the dirtiest person in the world. All they want to do is be safe and feed. So don't think that you're dirty because you have bedbugs. It happens. I did a place, actually probably one of the most high-end places I've treated was a multi-million-dollar mansion out in Los Gatos. Gated, everything. I mean, the place had maids. It was beautiful. Well, the son went to college, and when he came back from college, I'm guessing his dorm might have had something, he brought bedbugs back. And I mean, it was the cleanest place. So don't think just because you have bedbugs that it makes you dirty. It is what it is. The bedbugs don't care. So that's the number 1 thing. Number 2, most common misconception that I've seen is that you can kill them with foggers. Unfortunately, I run into it every day. Every day I get phone calls and people will tell me about how they've tried to control it themselves and how it hasn't worked. I've yet to come across a case where someone said, hey, I threw a fogger in the room, killed them all, and that was it. And maybe that's because it worked. But I do this every single day. This is all that I do is kill bed bugs. And I can't tell you how many times I go into a home to do a heat treatment where they've been fighting it for months, or even years. And I find empty cans of foggers in the garage or just laying around the home because they've tried everything. And the downside is foggers don't work. So I'm sorry they sell them at the hardware stores and it says it'll work. The bugs are way too resistant to this material and it just doesn't get the job done. So foggers, number 2 thing, don't use them. Please, it's just avoid it at all costs. So number 3 thing people tell me they've done or that they want to do, throw everything away. That's probably like another one of the most common things people will tell me is that I threw away the mattress, I threw away the box spring and the whole headboard, and they're back. And I threw away them from another room and everything else, and they're back. I hear it all the time. An actual recent story was performing a treatment in Fremont. It was like a 5-bedroom house. It was roommates, and what happened was they threw away everything. I mean, nightstands, dressers, couches, TVs, to where literally it was yoga mats inside the bedroom to sleep on, and they had sheets or basic blankets. And when we got called in to perform the treatment, I found most of the bugs to be at the baseboard, because what again, they want shelter, and at the yoga mats themselves because they want to be close to us. So even if you throw everything away, in a perfect world, maybe you threw every single bug away. But if one little egg falls off, one little bug falls off, it's going to find a way to survive and continue to multiply. I mean, it's crazy. So that's the number 3 thing, is throwing things away is not the solution. Especially if you're going to go with a heat treatment or some sort of chemical treatment. Almost any situation, you can keep all your stuff. I mean, it's very rare we have ever asked anyone to throw anything away. So hopefully this reaches you if you have bed bugs. Don't throw everything away. It's really not necessary. So, number 4 thing. I've only seen a few bed bugs. There must not be that many. I can tell you how I wish that was true, and 9 out of 10 times it's not. Actual customer I had about 2 years ago or so it was, they had called me and said, hey Jeremy, I found a bed bug in my bathroom of all places. I don't know where it came from, but it's in my bathroom. So same thing, I was kind of like, that's odd. Usually they're not in the bathroom unless you've had them for a while, or it fell off your clothing when you were using the bathroom or showering, and it just ended up there. So I go out to inspect just to see if they had more bed bugs, and sure enough, they had this wicker headboard, which if you've dealt with bed bugs and you have wicker, you know that's like their favorite thing because there's so many places they can hide and feel safe that when you looked at this headboard, you'd have no idea. It just looked like a wicker headboard. But when you got in close, and oh, and by the way, it was a dark brown wicker headboard to where a bed bug blended in like perfectly. But when I got in close, I found hundreds and hundreds of bed bugs. And that was on the front side where your pillow rests on. So imagine the back side. When I pulled the headboard away from the wall, it was covered in more bed bugs and more bed bug eggs, to where I imagine they had been there for about 6 months. So that's another thing, is if you find only one bed bug, again, perfect world, it's just one. 9 out of 10 times there's a lot more you don't see. So just be considerate of that when trying to do a treatment. Is you're not just killing maybe one or two, you might be trying to kill hundreds, and the methods you use may or may not work. So that's really it. So the 4 things: 1, you're not dirty if you have bed bugs. 2 is that throwing everything away is not going to fix the issue. 3 is foggers. They do not work, and please do not use them. And then 4, just seeing the one bed bug or a couple of them doesn't mean you only have a couple or few. So anyways, hopefully this information has helped somebody. That's why I'm making this content, is to get this information out there. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to call my company, Bay Area Bedbug. I'll have the phone number and the website down below. Otherwise, leave a comment, or of course, if this was helpful, give it a like and share it to somebody else who may be in need. Otherwise, until next time, we'll see ya.